Hi, you guys. My name is Oswaldo Rivera, and I'm here to talk about whether social media is a positive influence in today's society. So, as we know, everyone around here, I'm pretty sure, uses social media in a way. We use it to communicate with each other, whether that be across the country, across seas. We use it somehow, some way. It's also like a really big entertainment source we now have. As teens, I feel like we all use it for that factor to entertain ourselves. Um, Also, you can be as expressive as you want in social media in like the world. Speaking for myself, I've expressed myself in social media, so that's somewhat I'm pretty sure all of you are expressive in there too. That being said, nearly everyone interacts with it in some way, some regard. Um, yeah, okay. So, going into the first factor, why would it be beneficial? Research from Pew Research Center shows that it helps people stay in touch. I feel like today's society, we're like the most people that communicate. Like Gen Z, like knows how to use social media, and like they communicate through social media, and it's communication is key. That's what I'm trying to say. It creates communities for people who feel isolated. That being people who are just introverts, people who just don't like talking in a setting where there's a lot of people. So social media gives them a space for them to feel safe and to feel like they get to talk to other people who are just feeling the same way. So it just creates communities. It's also a good news source. Like you get news from across the world, across the globe. Like for example, like I feel like for COVID, social media was a big factor for that. It's like it was when COVID was around, like we saw every stage of it, every stage of COVID, and like it just shows that like social media was a big factor, and it was in a way like educational. That goes to the next point. It could be educational. If you put it that way, like if you like really look for it, like you could educate yourself. Um, and it's important. Another point. If you, it's good for culture. Um, if you, it's good to educate yourself about other people's cultures, and social media does a great job of that. If you like, we um, it just exposes yourself to new perspectives across the world, and it's important for you to educate yourself about other people, because it's important. We're all humans. Yeah, it just encourages you to be outgoing. um, Social media just gives you a platform where you could be like as expressive as you want, and that's an important thing to have in today's society. Yeah. So why would it not be beneficial? Why would social media could be harmful? So the research from American Psychology Association shows that if you compare yourself to others, often it could lower your self-esteem, which could end up like lowering your self-esteem, um, which is not good for your mental health. It could ruin your mental health, increase your anxiety and depression, especially in teens, because as we know, our minds are still developing, and if we compare ourselves to celebrities, let's say, that's just not ideal, and sets it just sets something in your mind that is not good for you. Yep. If you're really in depth in social media, you can have the pressure to perceive yourself as perfect, which is not good for your mental health. It's not good to like want to perceive perfect, because we're not all perfect. We have flaws, and I feel like it's important for everyone to know that we're humans and we have flaws, and be transparent. Flaws false information could be spread around, and like it spreads more than facts almost all the time. Propaganda can happen, which leads to just leads to people just being misinformed and spreading information that is just not true, which is just at the end not a good thing. Um, can influence opinions and behaviors negatively. You know, we could like if someone's doing something bad on the internet and we want to like do it, it's just not ideal. You don't want to like follow the steps of someone that is just not doing the right things. And yeah, um, online harassment is a big issue for social media, especially for young adults and young teens, especially like you know. Um, so that's not a good thing. Oh, and also it can reduce in-person interactions, which you know it's important to like find your community, but it's important to like explore new in-world activities. You know, not everything is online, and you can like find facts in books. You know, yeah. Okay, so in conclusion, social media is neither entirely good or bad. It's you know where you want to see it. You just need to like have a good balance of it, and if you do have a good balance, you know, you see the midpoint, and yeah, you just have to be responsible on social media. Thank you.
Okay, comments, questions for Alfonso?
No, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you was talking about like, what is it called? Mental health and stuff in teens when they're on social media. Do you feel like that is not to say it's a personal thing, but when they start to feel like, oh, they're comparing themselves to a different person, do you think that's a personal thing within somebody and not social media? Because like some people be like, oh, it's social media. But
Well,
really,
it could be both because social media can also feed you that, like,
right.
you know, but it's in between. I feel like this entire topic is just in between, you know? Like, I'm in between it. I'm like, yes or no, because, like, you know, for me, you just have to be responsible in social media. Like, you have to be, you have to have a mature mind to be on it, you know? Yeah. To
Okay,
respond.
other thoughts? Yeah.
You say that like on social media it has a lot of influence among young adults and young teens, and you would obviously say that those people are very impressionable.
Okay, so what?
So in society,
Okay,
let's
so-
say like American society, like I would say, would you relate derogatory or like degenerative like behaviors to like social media and like degenerate behavior that's very popular on the media?
So you're saying that, like, if that's, because I'm helping.
Like, no, I mean like, basically like let's say, like it's all fun and games when it's just some dance that's popular or whatever.
Right.
But let's say people that like post like racist clips or people that like live cam them like murdering someone else, like just
Right.
like the gruesome stuff. Do you think that influences people to go and say, oh, I'm gonna go?
Well, in some regards, I feel like it could, if you know, but like again, like there's some sick people out there, you know. So if a sick person sees another sick person do something, like, you know, they would of course want to do it. But like, it's not like often that this happens, you know. So it's like, it could happen. It's a possibility. So yeah, yeah.
Other thoughts, comments, questions? Fabulous, thank you.